With homecoming behind us, we are starting to look at finals and the holidays and help keep you informed through it all. This is NSU TV. Hi, I'm Eddie Hernandez.
And I'm Victoria Rodri. NSU TV has been around campus and across the community gathering stories for our second newscast of the semester.
On this newscast, we will bring you to what happened at the Day of the Dead ceremony and the homecoming update.
All this and more coming up.
Great idea. But it was and former mayors is actually
Welcome back. We're glad you joined us. Let's just jump right into it. NSU hosted the Louisiana Studies Conference. The annual event highlights all that is great and still untold about Louisiana. Our own Victoria Rodri was on the scene.
I'm here at Northwestern State University of Louisiana, where these classrooms are usually filled with students learning. But today, the campus is hosting the 16th Annual Louisiana Studies Conference. This year's theme is Lyrical Louisiana, where speakers and keynotes discussed everything from classical Louisiana music to post-Katrina poetry.
Scholars from across Louisiana, Texas, and Alabama shared research focused on the culture, literature, art, and architecture of Louisiana. Participants gathered in the McGale Recital Hall to hear Ron Ewell present a musical history of Louisiana folk music as the keynote speaker. This event is open to the general public every year, and guests are welcome to come learn more about the history of Louisiana and why it is important.
You know, the thing about Louisiana culture is that it's fun to learn about because there's so much out there. You know, when I think about what that culture is, what that history is, it's not just, for example, the food, it's also the music, and it's also our architecture, and it's our literature, and so much of it ties in together that pretty soon you start learning that, boy, you know, the more I learn about Louisiana music, I want to know about Louisiana food, because every time they go play music, they're eating food too. So there's this overlap that's really cool in our culture, and I think that's important.
Halloween just passed, and for those in the U.S., this is a big day of celebration. In Latin American countries, however, they tend to celebrate Dia de los Muertos.
That's right, Eddie. And part of the celebration is honoring ancestors who have passed away. NSU TV reporter CJ Poligo took part in the celebration.
Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, means a lot to people of Mexican descent. To find out why, I went to Day of the Dead celebration on Wednesday, October 30th. The celebration was held at Hanchey Gallery on the Northwestern State University's campus. We were taught some Latin dances.
And a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, this goes under university service in your Bible.
We ate some Mexican food. Day of the Dead was a mixture of Aztec and Christian beliefs.
Well, I know for me, my Mexican culture celebrates it. It's very, very serious on November 2nd. Everybody comes out to the cemeteries and celebrates their past loved ones and brings ofrendas and things. That is like the much over there. For their loved ones to remember. They believe that everybody comes back that day.
The setup was spectacular.
My contribution to the setup is a picture of my great-grandmother, as well as some of her cookies that she would always have for the family. And me and one of my fellow classmates painted the faces for these skeletons. I did this one right here, I did the other one over there. And we used glow-in-the-dark paint, actually, for the eyes and teeth, so they will glow at night.
We even had some people dressed up for the occasion.
We thought that it would fit the mood, you know, because it's, just like dressed traditionally, so I think it would be great.
We honored our family members that have passed on. I even decided to show respect to my mom and great-grandma, who fallen to rest in my earlier life. This has been CJ Poligo, reporting for NSU TV.
Well, Eddie, I sure would have liked to have been there. Not just to see it, but to honor some of my past relatives as well.
Yeah, it is a cool tradition. I like that we do stuff like that here at NSU.
And we still have more to bring to you. Welcome back. You know, coming to NSU, I've always been proud to be a Louisianian.
And you know, I'm not from here, but over the years I have grown to love the culture, holidays, and the food.
Culture is always important to know in order to help understand our history better. Author Keegan LaHoon wrote a book featuring areas and towns across Louisiana. Prominent places in the book include the Neutral Strip and our own Natchitoches.
This is C.J. Poligo reporting at Northwestern State University. Keegan LaHoon is an author and a folklorist. He visited NSU on Tuesday, October 22nd. LaHoon was presenting his book, Finding Myself Lost in Louisiana. He decided to visit the place his ancestors settled in Louisiana. When speaking of his experiences in the state, he talked about the road El Camino Real, Natchitoches, and the Neutral Territory. All of these were important to the founding of the state.
Well, the western part of Louisiana is very significant. I mean, it was a place that they really couldn't decide who should own it after the Louisiana Purchase, so it existed as a neutral buffer. And because of that moment in time, it became a place with a unique history and a unique culture. It's a fascinating place. I did not grow up in western Louisiana, but my wife did. And when I married her and got to know her family, I kind of fell in love with the western part of Louisiana. And I've kind of spent a lot of my life studying it, learning about it, meeting the people there, hearing their stories.
Jessie Fauché, this year's Lady of the Bracelet, has been active in the community. I caught up with her to find out how the first month as LOB has been. Today we're here at the riverfront in downtown Natchitoches, and I'm with Jessie Fauché, the 2024-2025 Northwestern State University Lady of the Bracelet. How are you doing today, Jessie?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good myself. Who was the first person you told whenever you were crowned?
First person I told was my great-grandmother. She was so excited. She's always dreamed of me having such big aspirations and goals, and finally meeting one of them, it was a huge deal for her.
So, can you walk us through the day in the life of an LOB?
So today, for example, I wake up at 6 a.m. and I have Demon Dazzler practice from 7 to 9:15, and then I go along just like every other student. I go to class. Everybody go to class. And after that, I finally grabbed lunch. I came here to talk with you guys, and after this, I'm actually having an LOB meeting with the UPC board.
Are there any other events coming up that you want to share?
One thing I'm so excited for, as a preliminary of Miss Louisiana, Miss Lady of the Bracelet has the opportunity to go to Miss Louisiana this June. So every meeting with my UPC board, every chance I get to speak in front of people and go showcase talent and get involved in the community, I'm preparing for Miss Louisiana 2025.
Are there any? I'm so sorry. My brain is just like...
Each newscast we will bring to you one story in Spanish. This week we take you out to Latin Fest. Our reporter Donna Paola Beretta was at the event. Stay tuned after the story when we speak live with her in studio.
Este jueves 3 de octubre se llevó a cabo el Latin Fest, un evento abierto a todo el público universitario organizado por la Spanish Student Journalists Association. Durante el evento, los asistentes disfrutaron de música en vivo donde talentosos músicos cautivaron al público y lo invitaron a bailar. Además, el evento contó con comida típica latina y dinámicas interactivas que fomentaron la participación de todos. Esta celebración no solo fue un espacio de entretenimiento, sino también una oportunidad para construir la comunidad y celebrar la diversidad.
I just hope that people continue to come to events like this because, like I said, it's really for everybody, so that everybody can taste other cultures and just get a sense of belonging here at Northwestern. My favorite part is definitely the band. The band is so upbeat. They, interact with the audience. I love the music. I love the dancing.
Este evento Tomó bastante tiempo, tuvimos que reunirnos semanas previas, hacer varias reuniones, también contratar una banda, también, o sea, organizar reuniones con ellos sobre cómo iba a funcionar todo, qué tipo de música, pero todo valió la pena y muy agradecida.
Reporta para NSU TV, Dana Barreto.
I really enjoyed that story. And now in the studio is the reporter, Donna. Thank you for coming to the studio.
I'm Dana Barreto, and it's a pleasure for me to be here.
Louisiana isn't your home state. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Cartagena, Colombia, but I grew up with my grandparents in a town called Villanueva.
How is Natchitoches different and similar from your home country?
Oh, it's very different. Cartagena is a city the most beautiful in my country. And the people are very warm. Everything is wonderful. And however, I think Natchitoches is a good place, and I have a beautiful place.
El desfile comenzó en NSU y recorrió 2nd Street con unas 11 carrozas que representaban organizaciones universitarias.
You've done a lot of stories for us in Spanish. Why do you think it's important for us to add this in each of our newscasts?
Okay, so I think that's important that everyone can access to the news, especially for the Spanish students.
Al terminar en Front Street hubo una fiesta para toda la comunidad. Porristas, bailarines y música llenaron las gradas mientras todos disfrutaban de la fiesta de bienvenida.
Are you having fun doing this?
Yes, I love communication. I love being a journalist, and I passionately working in this field, and because I learn a lot.
We're glad to have you on this newscast. Thank you for coming. Next, we'll be back soon with a homecoming update. Thank you again, Donna.
You're welcome.
Here at NSU, we had quite the throwback at homecoming, reliving Y2K. Most of the team here at NSU TV were at events all week long. Here's a recap. Well, that is all we have for you on this newscast.
We'll be back with more and look forward to bringing you stories about NSU and our community. And as always, fork 'em demons.